Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video. Well, here is the Toulouse pot as promised, the Rivet pot as it's sometimes known as. It's amazing what you can do with a couple of bowls, isn't it? So yeah, I think it's turned out absolutely fantastic and I can't wait to find some greenery that's gonna go in it. Yeah, so if you want to know how I've done this, please continue to watch and I would really appreciate a like and subscribe along the way. Thank you. In this area I'm just filling it with gap filler. It was my one doubt about using these particular bowls is they had quite a big lip on them and I thought it might look odd, but I still went ahead anyway. So I did do my best to fill in the gap and it was quite a good size gap, so the filler took a little bit to dry. With the soldering iron I am going in and I am essentially melting out the base of one of the bowls. This is going to work out to be the top. I did 3 layers of this gap filler to fill up the rim. So once that was in and dried, I then went in with the jib filler or the patch filler and covered the bowls completely with that product. It seemed to take quite a bit, but that's alright, it was worth it in the end. So with them both covered, you can see that I'm also spraying it with a little bit of water. I wasn't sure what the water would do to this, but it hasn't had any adverse effects. I just didn't want any finger marks or I didn't want it too textured. I did want it left to be relatively smooth like a metal would be. So here I've just added the E6000 glue to the bottom bowl. I did spray them black. I don't know whether it was really matted, but I did it all the same. So here I have got a round cardboard little box. This was the lid and I've just ripped the lid, the rim off the lid, and I'm going to make it the rim or the neck for this container, the bits where I will end up putting the round rivety things into. So now I'm going in with the glue gun and joining together in the places where the E6000's not, and just to be on the safe side I add some glue around here. Here I'm deciding that the rim is too uneven and I haven't been very careful where I'm putting it in, so I'm just making it reasonably even. Don't know if it really would have mattered, but anyway, I did it all the same. This was a spur of the moment decision. I think I did it just to hold them together, and I was a little bit concerned about the joining, the tape marks of it showing. But as you can see, with one layer down of the filler, the tape is only just showing. With the second layer of filler on, you can hardly even see it. You're only just going to get a little bit of what's called just a little bit of the edge, the join, or the gather in the edge showing through, which I think will add to it. So here I am going in with a sander, little sanding block. I do actually give this method up and go outside with my proper sander, and just to get those really rough bits off. Yeah, and that worked a treat. I've now added the first layer of the silver, and I'm using the Rust-Oleum hammered silver. So with that wet, I am rubbing in the first layer of dirt. I think I do this 3 times just so it's making it look well used, and it's covering up some of the hand marks or marks that was in the fill filler layer that I wiped on. Now to work on the rivets. These are little brass push pins that separate at the bottom. So essentially all I'm doing is I am giving them a spray of black paint. Then I'm also going in, when that is dry, with a spray of the hammered silver, because I don't really want too much of that brush showing through. Boy, I started doing this the long way. I'm placing the pins at 1 inch apart, 2.5 centimeters metrics, and I'm actually measuring it. Normally I would wing something like this, so yeah, but I do it properly this time. So I'm pinning, pushing a hole for them to go into, Eventually I cut them all down and then put them in, but for this bit I'm doing it all individually. And I do go through and glue, as I said before. I think they don't go in and stay as well as I thought they would. This is the top round section of the pot, the very top of it. I've just gone in and cut out a round of cardboard, and I'm measuring 1 inch in diameter or thickness from the edge kind of idea. You can see what I'm doing. I'm not explaining that very well at all. And then I cut out the center of it and cut little divides into it so it will bend down easier when I glue it, and stay there when I glue it into the now inside of the current rim. With that glue set, I'm just adding a layer of the plaster. I don't think I videoed it, but I also did a layer of plaster over top of the rivets, which are now under the rim, just to help it blend a little bit. And I also mixed some silver paint into that plaster for the blending purposes as well. I have added all the rivets, and I haven't glued them on yet, but I will. I'm just again going in with the, I think I said plaster before, I actually mean filler, and just adding a little bit of texture to it. I've also mixed, like I said, some silver paint into it, so it's not quite as stark white. It's more of a match to the silver that's in the back already. Adding some of my favourite, the dirt, to blend it in just that little bit more. Once that's on, I grab a brush and remove a majority of it. It's just what's left is just sitting in the cracks essentially. I have sprayed this upper rim with black paint, and I think I did it with silver also. I'm now going in with the dirt to start the blending like I've done the rest of it. I'm not paying too much attention, not that I'm not paying too much attention, but in my head the top is going to be mostly brown and rusty anyway, so I haven't made it too silverish. So now I'm starting with the colours. This is the bit that I was most nervous about, because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it as I had it in my head that I could, if that makes sense. But in the end, I was actually really happy with the aging of it. Along with the burnt umber and the orange paint that I'm using, I'm also giving it the odd spray of the hammered silver just to help with the blending and the colour match for the rest of the pot. You can see I'm using dirt all through this process. It is such a great blender and ager. I honestly don't think I could have pulled this off without using the dirt. It just works magic. I never thought I'd say that about dirt, well, apart from in a garden, but yeah, it really does work magic. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I really appreciate it, and would appreciate even more a like and a subscribe. And let me know in the comments what you think. Is there a project, what do you think of this project? Is there a project that you would like me to try? Please let